Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the CompX number NLC8414-4G. This is a chest or lid lock, and this is what it looks like. Surface mounted on the back side. We'll go over its dimensional properties and show you the other items that are included with it. Overall width of the unit, about 2 3/8. Overall height, just shy on 2 inch. And then overall thickness, it's about 5/8 of an inch. And it's going to include the strike plate. It would mount likely to the underside of the lid. It's going to, well, let's give you a dimension of that. Overall length, looks like it's about 1 3/4 inches. Overall width, about 1/2 inch. Overall projection, looks like it's going to be about 9/16 of an inch. Now, it's also going to include this flat key. And if this is familiar to you, you may have the safe deposit box. This is a steel flat key. This generally works with what is called lever tumbler style locks. I'm not able to take this lock body apart because it's been riveted together to a certain extent to see the inner mechanism, but really all that's happening is this key is throwing the locking member, the tumbler, I suppose, from this position to this position sort of thing, so that you can then operate the lock. Along with this steel flat key, see if we can get the camera to focus on what's on the bow of that key. Okay. Would be the screws to fasten everything. Okay. Now, let's talk about the operation of this lock right now. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Now, when the unit shows up to you, arrives, it's going to actually look like this. The strike's going to be captive inside of the lock body. You might say, well, how in the world does that come apart? Well, it may not be straightforward, and that's fine. It's not an issue that it's not straightforward. Knowing how it works is all we need to know. So what you'll do is you'll insert the key, and as you insert the key, you'll notice some evidence of the unit locking and unlocking as you rotate the key. You can see how that part right at the tip of my finger there moves back and forth. Okay, so when it's in that position, you can remove the key, and then pushing on the face of this, literally pushing on this face, is what will allow that spring-loaded detainer inside to be released, allowing the strike to move. Okay, that's how that's going to work. When you have the key in the opposite position, so from here to its opposite condition, removing the key, depressing that, it just doesn't move. It's locked, it's positioned in place. It's held captive by that detainer, that tumbler that's sliding back and forth. So that doesn't do anything. So that is how you operate this lock. Pretty simple and straightforward. Okay. Now, let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at some of the supporting information. Here is the item that we are looking at. Let's take a look at the photographs that we have listed down below. Here's the item in its packaging. All of the components that you receive. The strike is held captive there, and when it's unlocked, you just push that button in. Side view, top view. When that's unlocked, you depress that and you'll move this detainer plate back. You can see the evidence of the spring down there. Screws and your key and your strike plate. Just kind of showing a bit of an image as to what that looks like. Okay, extended description information, lid locks on cedar chest application and other lid locking requirements. Your chest doesn't have to be made only of cedar. It's just the term cedar chest, foot locker, you know, things of that nature, trunks, words that would describe where this would be used on. Surface mounted and requires a 9/16 diameter hole for the cylinder. So this will be obviously mounted on the inside of your unit, and your door front, or pardon me, your sidewall would be here naturally, and your lid would be, you know, positioned up in this area here. Key removable in both locked and unlocked positions. The technical term for that is non-key retaining. All furnished keyed alike, so there's only one change key that's available for these locks. You can't have them keyed differently or keyed differently and master keyed, apparently. Antique brass is the finish on the face of the plug, so that's what you're going to see, just this area here. Safety feature requiring operation of push button to lock or latch lid closed. The point of that is you have to not only have the key to lock and unlock it. If you were to leave it unlocked, you still have to have special knowledge as to how to go about unlocking the chest. At that point, you still have to have adequate hand strength to be able to push this plunger in. And when they say safety feature, they basically means the special knowledge required, the tool required to unlock it, the special knowledge, is inherently a safety feature, is what I believe they're saying. Bolt type is internal. That's the detainer I'm referring to. Engage is strike. Sold as each. When you buy one, we'll ship you one each. Now, there is some information down below. First is a cut sheet. Let's take a look at that. Actually, I've got the entire catalog, but the cut sheet is right here, which shows our C8414. Lid locks for cedar chest application and other lid locking requirements. It's surface mounted, requires that 9/16 hole. The key is removable in both locked and unlocked positions. You have to push that button when you're in the unlocked position to release the strike from being held captive. That's how that works. Nice little cross section of what it looks like there. Okay. Now, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, which is here. And from there, you can pull up not only all of the CompX products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to that full product catalog, where you can view 116 pages of these small type format locks, drawer locks, cabinet door locks, overhead door locks, obviously trunk, foot locker, cedar chest locks, a variety of applications. Multi-drawer filing cabinet lock systems are in here. Lots of different items that you may like to know are available. So this catalog is there for your review. Now, I don't know the part number for that key. I'm going to say it's this one, because it's already cut. Well, it's on the bow. Yeah, D8194. So that is literally the replacement key, should you need more keys. That is made of steel, so a locksmith with the proper cutter on his duplicator, or her duplicator, can replicate these keys. Quite frankly, if you had the blank, a file would allow you to replicate the key as well. That's basic locksmithing skills. If you were to, literally mimic the cut pattern on the key using a file, that's how that's done as well. That's what's called a throat cut, by the way. Okay, that is the bit. Well, I don't know if we'd call that the bit, but that's what's going to lock and unlock the unit itself, throwing it. This tip there will keep it securely positioned within the lock body itself. So should you need more of those keys, it's obviously cut. And apparently you can't buy that steel flat key uncut. because this, well, the 8193 may be the same blank. I'd have to ask the factory for that. If it is. It does not appear as if it's the same blank. Not that it couldn't be made to work, but it doesn't appear to be the correct blank. It's not. You can tell it's not. It's too thick, is the bottom line. So only cut versions of that is what we're going to stick with. Service parts, things of that nature are in here as well. Let's wrap up this video on camera. Now, CompX doesn't only have a comprehensive offering of lock types like this. They have also very good technical support. I have needed, because cam locks, furniture locks, things of that nature are not hardware types that I deal with on a daily basis. So there are times when I need to call the factory and say, please teach me about this. And they are always very exceptionally professional with a command over the mastery of their product line. These people understand what they're selling. And I appreciate that very much. So thank you to those folks that I've spoken to there with, providing the answers so that I can get that information back to the client. If you have any questions on the CompX C8414-4G, the 4G is going to be a reference to the, to the unfinished nature of this material. Actually, no, that might be a reference to the finish, the antique brass finish. Let's take a look and see if I can... Yeah, it is, exactly. The finish code is on page 2 of the product catalog. It's called antique brass. So 4G in the part number means the finish on this. And they apparently only offer it in one finish, C8414. Only one finish is what they listed in, only in this antique type brass. Okay. Any questions on the C8414 4G or any other? And the KA means key to like. They're all going to be the same key. Any questions on this or any other CompX product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.